as I love to bust Mystery Dungeon's chops, I'm sure you've noticed that by now, it is sort of nice to have the control of, like, a grid, because you can't be, well, you can be totally surrounded, but you're not, like, stunned and stuff, and admittedly, it works to my advantage a lot more than to the CPU's advantage, and that was just a funny fluke, which is why I'm talking about it instead of being all angry about it or anything. But still a bit annoying, I guess. And with any luck, I should be able to do this without too much problems. There are, what, 60 total, and I've gotten 20 down with each Pokemon. That is where I want to be, I'd say. Yeah, pretty much I'm just going to consider everything past this point bonus. Okay. Bonus over. Okay, using this Palkia I literally just recently made and have no idea what it is. Or, like, wow, Spatial Rend, you sure are fast enough. And Earth Power, you sure are. I didn't already go over this. I don't know, Earth Power is actually not that bad. It's a bit awkward to use, I'd say, but meh. Spatial Rend just takes too long to charge. I'm pretty sure I could come up with better stuff. I mean, I'm sure it's fabulous on anything practical, but on this level where everything has like tens of thousands of HP and that doesn't one-hit KO them, you really want something that can hit fast and regularly and stun them. I would say like this, but really not even like that, because this clearly isn't working well enough. Frankly, I believe I'm going to die here, and I'm gonna keep it because I clearly can beat this if I was being smart. Yeah. Good job, self. I am thinking that Giratina is going to be the way to go there, although I'm also seem to be a decent amount of rock and grass types, and because I love, or rock and water types, and because I love being killed in one hit, I'm going to use Shaman again, just because I want to sort of have something good for the second rank, which is maybe a little bit harder, although it doesn't have the friggin' Drios, which are like probably the worst part. Oh boy, starting out with Sludge Bomb, that's good times. Some kind of artillery. Artillery and bombs are the same thing, right? People who are video gamers and therefore know about weaponry. I'm not sure how much of a crossover there is between weaponry-based gamers and Pokemon-based gamers, but I assume there is some overlap, myself included. Well, I'm not really based in artillery, but I like to be knowledgeable about all kinds of video games and play all kinds of video games, because I don't like to not play every video game. See, it's a bit disheartening when one stray hit does that kind of stuff to me, but the HP drain really does help, and it doesn't look like I'm running out of time just yet. Remember, just get down to 40 and I will consider it a win, because that's roughly a third, and if I can not be stupid and act like Mewtwo is on par with all the other Pokemon. Well, really, the problem with Mewtwo is, since it's one strong opponent, that basically just means rape everything but Mewtwo, while it rapes everything but Mewtwo. Hopefully not including you quite as much as other things, and then once it's the only thing left, just hit it against a wall and it will go down without too much problems. And this is why I thought this Shaman was really good. I really don't think it works quite as well as it could, because clearly it is a glass cannon, and I really like the word the term glass cannon. I don't know why. Oh no, technically doesn't Tentacruel sometimes know acidic body that makes me take damage when healing from it, or absorbing its HP, or whatever you want to call it, if you want to call it something logical. Okay, let's see if I can prolong this Shaman. No, I cannot prolong the Shaman, but I got about halfway done with it. I mean, Mewtwo's great and all, but its attacks just, I don't know why. I think its defense is actually its main drawback, because I just feel like if I make a mistake, I'm gonna die very quickly. I mean, it's not like a one-hit KO thing like Manaphy or whatever it would be, but it's still less than ideal to be like a last resort Pokemon. It is extremely powerful, but so are those other things I wasted move slots on with slow moves that hit in weird hit boxes. So Really wish I hadn't missed all those clocks. No pun intended. Stupid Diglett. Should really just use Recover or something, because Recover is not terrible in this game, right? Okay, I'm doing much better if I just have the sense to use /waste Giratina here. Well, let me think. Mewtwo, there's no salvaging Mewtwo for the third round at this point. I have enough usable Pokemon that, I mean, I think even Darkrai, which is admittedly not my favorite, because I ruined its moveset and it's not as, I don't know why. It's not my favorite, it just isn't. Come on, Nidoking and Golbat, you're all weak. So does Mewtwo appear now? I'm under the impression Mewtwo appears here just like in anything else, but maybe it only appears in the second half. That would make more sense, considering it would be a bit weird to have the epic boss music playing and stuff. Well, I'll know for one way or the other sooner or later. And 85 seconds to kill these three things, and holy crap, that thunder came out of nowhere, man. This isn't too bad. And okay, there's no Mewtwo on this level. Cerebi lied to me. Also lied and said that moves cost 6,500. They only cost 65. Yeah, 6,500 when they only cost 6,000 in EX rank. Check your facts, Cerebi. Maybe they dumbed it down for us English gamers, but you cannot report on Japanese facts without telling the differences for us. It's called Pokemon Melee. It doesn't have the... Or in Japan it was called Pokemon Melee. It doesn't have the Melee does not have the sullied name. Melee, the word, has not been sullied by Super Smash Bros. Melee, the game that isn't as good as Brawl in Japan, unless it is, because I don't know what Melee is called in Japan. I know that Brawl is called X in Japan, but I love X. X, get your X here. Wiggle, jiggle. Turquoise middle, soft and something of a shell. Okay, Grandpa time. Yeah, I don't know why I've made a fan nickname for Giratina of Grandpa Time, because they sort of have similar letters in them, and I was basically typing up the plot synopsis to the movie that had Giratina in it. Too much going on, thanks. Oh, moves that are spammed, you sure are working well today. Speaking of moves that are spammed, I forgot to mention semi-important-ish factor about Togekiss when I was talking about how it was giving me some trouble. Togekiss trouble, that should have been the name of a part. If only I was recording this all, everyone would be bored and hate me because I'd be just uploading like 20 videos of pointless grinding a day. I will look at my overall stats again, and I'll look at all of my overall stats at the end of the Let's Play and work out how many parts it would have been if I kept in literally everything. Too many is how many, but oh boy, I'm out of Pokemon I trust. Pokemon I trust! Oh well, Diglia is pretty good, and if I can use it right, which I hopefully can. Earth Power! Oh, Chansey, you sure aren't annoying. Okay, Snorlax, go into the wall. Why aren't you hitting the Snorlax? That could be going into a wall, stupid Aura-Sphere. Stupid things with too much HP. Normal types are broken. Normal and water types always have too much HP, or actually ground things always have too much HP. Ground things and water types. Ground water types are the worst, like Wailord. Okay, I have a semi-new Dialga, which is my second Pokemon. Halfway through, or a third of the way through. That's good, right? I don't like how Earth Power doesn't knock things back very much, or it knocks them back as much as anything else, but it can't be fired quite as quickly, and therefore does not work as brokenly as, say, Thing. Thing, a move of champions. Okay, no more Torterras running around. Torterras are always a little freaky. Wow, that was lame. That makes like crap and just you a lame, in fact. Well, I have a sinking feeling this is going to end less than ideally, but hey, I have a completely fresh Palkia. No reason to be so pessimistic. Pessimism never did anything for anyone except make them all be right. Look, Magnezones, they're horribly weak to this move, despite the fact it's not working very well. And I hate electric types so much with their stupid... All they ever know is Shockwave, which is too radius. Nothing but me should be able to attack in more than like a 1-inch square in front of it. So if I can use this successfully, I can use it. Yeah, I like how I use the word successfully there. Yes, using this successfully would be ideal. Oh my gosh, it's Diruga. Oh my gosh, it's me. Oh my gosh, it's Giratina. I'm scared and terrified and scared. I would like you to be dead, Mamoswine and Gigabyte. Aww, that wasn't really fair. I mean, look at that. I was being careful and screaming, and... No screaming rewards for you, Cthulhuigi.